What's up, everyone? I had a recent request to show off my setup, so I figured I'd do a real super quick room tour. This is where I keep my juveniles, and some of my adult males are over there too. I have ball pythons and my breeding females in some of those longer containers, and then my hatchlings. I got my Pac-Man up top, and then my monitor down the bottom there, or in the middle, I guess. Let's see if I can't get her to come out. She's actually a lot more chill after I shut the light off, like more towards the later hours of the day. She doesn't really come out at night much, but once I kill the light, she'll come out and hang out. I gotta redo this whole cage. I have like a clay mixture in there with the eco earth, and it didn't like bond at all. The eco earth, she just digs it right up, and the clay just sits at the bottom. So definitely want to keep the dust down in there. But this is my basic hatchling setup for the leopard geckos. I keep some vitamin powder in there at all times. They have their regular hide up here. They can sit up under there and stay out of the moist hide. And then they do also climb on top of it, and they go back and behind there also. But we really haven't changed the setup ever since Dave gave me this rack like over a year ago. Everything does great in here, so this is how we start them all off. In the beginning, they'll just have a paper towel, but this is once they shed. This is pretty much how they stay for a while. Then a lot of the holdbacks or things that we're considering holding back, we'll move over to here, and we'll grow them out a little bit and see what happens. Like I said, I do keep adult males in a similar setup, but I do have it switched around a little bit to give them more space. But this is my basic. I mostly only have pairs in the breeding groups. I do have three pearl females together, and the one girl is actually about to lay. The girl in the front right there. She was digging last night, and she's still in there this morning, so I'm pretty sure she's getting ready to lay some eggs. She looks like she's about to shed, so that's a good sign. Also, they normally do shed within a few days of laying them. This is a new pairing for us this season. These guys are from breeding my Inferno male to Bell females that were head clips, so they're 100% het Bell and possible head clips. And then I bred these females to my white and yellow Bell male, who's also 100% head clips. We actually have a pair of eggs that are due today from them. This is where I keep my roaches down here, and I do have some mealworms and stuff down there, so I don't have to keep running down the basement. I just installed this door. I just popped it off of one of these cages that I don't use. I'm eventually going to run heat in there. Right now we just keep the room at 80, but I got to finish that up. I got to caulk it in and get rid of the tape and all that good stuff. This is where I keep my males and anything we move up temperature wise. I do have a pretty good system of spreading out my hatchlings. We tend to get pretty much all the eggs at once in big lump sums. So rather than having 20 to 30 geckos hatching at once, I kind of spread them out. We can hatch females as fast as 45 days by starting at 80 and then bumping them up to 90 at like the 22-day mark. And the longer you prolong that, you wait till 30, 35 days, it'll fan them out a little bit more where you get closer to 50 in the early 50s. Or if you don't move them up at all, obviously you stay around 60 in the low 60s. But it's a pretty good tool to, like I said, to not get overwhelmed and buy you more time to make room and everything. We do pretty good. We have more than enough cages at this point to house as many as we need to. But it just makes it easier as far as care and all that, and not having a ton of newborns running around. Hopefully you got a good look at it by now, but these are Inferno eggs, so they're going to be non-albino stuff, and you can see the black pigment right through the egg at this point because they're getting close to hatching. And like I said before, the other pairing that we just saw that girl laying eggs from is a het to a visual pairing, so we're going to get some hets eventually out of that. But I do believe we got two visuals right here. You can see pretty good through the egg. These are also due today. They were actually due yesterday, so they should be very close to hatching and still have no black pigment showing at all. So that's also a pretty good tool if you're impatient like me and you want to know what you got. This isn't a flawless technique. You can get patternless stripes, and they'll definitely throw you off because they don't have the darker bands and everything. So sometimes that'll mess with you, but otherwise you can kind of get a gist of what you're gonna get. This is gonna be it, guys. This is actually a clip that should have been on the video from Dave's, but I figured I'd throw it in here anyway because this is actually the great grandmother to the paradox stuff I have over here. She's a red stripe, even though you can't really see them anymore. She actually used to have somewhat of the red striping. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll try to get some more videos up soon.